Thank you all for joining. Hello. Hello. This is my first live ever, and I really, really want you all to support me. So if you are just seeing my live, kindly show your support by joining my live. Also, don't forget to like and share to others. So, welcome to my first live ever. If you have not come across this channel, you are highly welcome. And let me properly introduce myself. My name is Adebisi Ebun, and I'm excited about two things. I share tips and resources that can help virtual assistants transition and land a remote role. That is what I do basically here on YouTube. So I share video tips that can help people. And I recently launched my virtual assistant community where you can have one-on-one session and quick answers to your question that is burdening you regarding your virtual assistant journey and how you can successfully transition. So today, this is my first live, and I'm so excited that after waiting for a very long period of time, I was able to get here. And I'll be sharing everyday tools that virtual assistant use. Hi, Queen Shioma. Oh, thanks for your support. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So that is what I do here because I see that a lot of people get stuck and they don't even know how to begin. Even after taking their virtual assistant training, they'll feel like, how do I start from? How do I get a new client? How do I even apply for jobs? And there are lots of things. It happens to me as well because it took me a whole lot of years to transition. I know I have to deal with some background issue. One of it is the fact that I'm a mom of two, and it was very, very difficult for me to transition. And I was also working 9 to 5, so it was hard, and it took me 3 years to figure it out. And I'm doing the business aspect of virtual assistant. I'm not working remotely as a virtual assistant. I'm working as a freelancer. And for those of you that don't know the difference between freelancer and working remotely, freelancers are people that they look for clients, they can work with different clients, they can manage their time. And remote work is completely different because in a remote work, an organization in a standard setting will employ you to work with them. So they may require that you resume at a particular time and close at a particular time. So that is the difference. So in freelancing, you are the one that keeps sourcing out for client by yourself. So it depends on you if you want to have 10 clients, 15 clients, or just five, depending on your availability. But once you work remotely, you have to work with an organization. Maybe they'll be needing your 5 hours daily or 10 hours daily, depending on the agreement. And in freelancing, there is no terms and condition because it's a business aspect. So you can decide that you are no longer working with this client today and you leave honorably. There are no paid benefits in freelancing as well. But when you work remotely, you definitely get a paid benefit. You understand? So a lot of people have been asking me, do they need to do a training on virtual assistant before they get started? And my honest answer is yes or no, depending on who you are as a person. You know, some people, they have the ability to start on their own. When you push them a little bit, they're already pushing themselves. While some people, they need a strong push, like somebody that will really, really, really push them a lot. So yes, if you know you are a self-starter person, you can learn about tools and start practicing it on your own. You don't need to go for any official training, because the reason why most people go for training, especially those of my friends in Africa, is because they want to, you know, they want to have the certificate so that they can use the certification to work. But let me tell you the fact, in freelancing, there's nothing like certification. Nobody cares about your certification. What people actually cares about is your experience, your portfolio. So throughout all my work as a freelancer, nobody has ever asked me about my certificate. And I've never attended a job interview before, so I don't know how it feels like. Because my own interview with my client is a partnership interview, so it's not the official interview like someone that wants to work remotely. So that is just that aspect. I'm just going to different parts because we're just starting. So this is a live series. And this live series, I'll be talking about different tools that founders use, and different tools you need to learn how to use as a beginner. Even when you are just starting, you must learn how to use those tools. So the number one tools we are going to focus on today is Google Document. There is nobody that doesn't know about Google Document. We have all heard about Google Document before. And I think I've been hearing about Google Documents since my secondary school, because as at then I really want to go into tech space, but due to lack of opportunity, unlike now where we have many NGOs that are giving scholarship for free and the opportunities is readily available. So we all use Google Documents every day. Like, I've worked with different founders, and almost all the founders I've worked with, they make use of Google Doc, except few that use Microsoft's, you know, workspace. The way Google have its workspace, Microsoft also have its workspace. So except those ones, I have always have a lot of people that use Google Documents. So it is important for you to know how to use Google Documents. And a lot of people have volunteered with me, and I see that they have not really know how to use their Google Documents, how to make use of it, how to add people, how to add comments. They don't know how to use it. And that is why I will share little tips, even those ones that are just like new updates on Google Doc. I'll be sharing it in my life today. So thank you all for joining me. And before I start, I will need to create a Google document, because the Google document is going to be like a training guide for us. So I'll be showing you live how to make use of Google Documents as a virtual assistant. So if you are just watching this live, or you're just coming about it, or maybe after I'm done, you'll be watching the replay of this live, and you have not started using Google Doc as a virtual assistant, either you have graduated, you've learned a training, or you're just thinking of starting, just open your Google Documents and walk along with me as I show you how to use it. So it is very, very important to know how to use Google Documents. So I want to share my screen. I don't know how it works. If I'm going to share the entire screen. Okay. I think I will need to open my Google Doc. Okay, just finished loading. So this, like I said, this is my first live. I might, Let me share the entire screen. Make it easier. Let me quickly confirm some things here. So I'm trying to check if my screen will be visible. Okay. So I guess this is supposed to show my screen. I don't know. If anyone is here, can you let me know if you're seeing my Google Drive screen? Or okay. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, it's sharing. So okay. Okay, so this is Google Drive. In a Google Drive, there are so many things you need to learn about Google Drive. In Google Drive, you must have a complete place where you are going to combine all your documents together, and that is where it is in Google Drive. And in Google Drive, you can name it a particular tools. And let me tell you something. Do you know that you can use this as your portfolio as well? This is what we call mock-up portfolio. It is called a mock-up portfolio because you can actually use it, like you create the project by yourself and you are now adding it to your portfolio as part of what you've done before, even though you don't have any experience before. So let's go there. You want to create a new document or a new drive. Let's say I want to create a new folder because it is in this folder that I'm going to have adding other documents that I want to create. So create a new folder and I want to call it virtual assistant tools series. Now this is the folder. So you click on create. Once you create this folder, you have the folder here. You can see this is part of the folder that I already have. So once you click on it, then we can now create documents under this folder. So under this folder, you will now say plus new. What kind of thing do you want to do? You want to upload a document? Do you want to add a new document, or how do you want to do it? So let's say you want to create a new document. So once you create a new document, automatically there are two ways about it. You can add the document to your folder or you can let it be. So now it can be automatically added to your folder if you created this document from your new folder, which is Virtual Assistant Tools and Series. So let's look at it from here now. So let me name this Google Doc. Everything you need to know about Google Doc, and I'm going to name this as the title as well. So it has been saved to my drive. Now, when you click on this arrow, that arrow that you just click on is going to show you which folder is this. This is already in Virtual Assistant Tool series. So it is automatically in the folder. So if I'm going to create any other document that is related with virtual assistant, I will definitely be adding it to this virtual assistant tool series. So it has already been added to the document and we don't need to do anything about it. Now, this is what Google Doc look like. And I love Google Documents so much because it gives you opportunity to do a lot of things, a lot of collaboration, a lot of editing, a lot of things that you can do with Google Documents. And in this case, we'll be needing a document to be on our Google Doc. So I will be copying a document somewhere, and I will be adding it to this Google Doc. So let me look for a document, then I will just add it to this Google Doc. So it's going to make it easier for us. So I want to stop sharing my screen first while I look for the documents I'll be adding to this Google Doc. So, like I said, you can use this as a portfolio. You can create a mock-up portfolio with this and use it as a virtual assistant, you know. So I'm already here. I've added this document to this Google Doc. Like now, we want to format this document. We want to make it look neater. So now, the title of this document is Create Master Project Document. So let me just copy this and change the title to this title. Remember, it's still in the virtual assistant series doc. So now when you are copying any document, the formula is you select, you are going to right click, then you drag your cursor to the right side after left clicking. So once you select this document, we want to change it to heading. It's not going to be normal text. So you scroll up to where it is written normal text, then you change it to title. We also have subtitle, we have heading, we have subheading, and we have different heading, but I'm using heading one. I don't want to use it as title because this is not a book. Assuming this is a book that we want to publish, we can give it a title and subtitle before we go to heading. The heading can serve as chapters and the like. So let's just call this heading. So this is heading. I might decide that, oh, I want to bold it. So you can create control bold to make it look good. So the first step here is open Google Docs blank. We name this whatever. This is just example of a project we're working on. So let's say you want to assign this to someone. You want to assign this particular one to someone, or maybe you want to tell your client to review it. You highlight it. Once you highlight it, you add your plus sign. This plus sign, you add the name of the person you want to comment, you want her to do something. So you click on heart. Once you click on heart, it comes with different names of people. So I'm using myself at, it comes with my Gmail. So I'll add, please review this document. So that is how to tell someone. And don't forget, immediately you had at, please review this document. When I started, I also failed in this part. I don't use the assign you. Do you know the reason why you need to use the assign you? Once you use the assign you option that is in this box, once you click it, this person will receive the notification in their emails. So they will be able to know that, oh, I need to check something out. Because I believe that everybody check their emails, like me. I think I go to check my email first in the morning before checking my WhatsApp. I know, because that is where official messages, I can easily get messages from my clients and the likes from my email. So for this one now, so you click on assign to you. Don't forget, when you're working with someone, make sure you always do it right. Don't do it anyhow. Get it right and do it well. Then you click on assign. So automatically, this is already written here, and I will receive the notification from my end. So if I open my Gmail now, let me open my Gmail so you get what I'm saying very well. I want to open my Gmail. I will show you the notification now, how it is popping up. So the notification will pop up immediately in my Gmail that there is a comment for me to work on. So, and that is how it works. That is how it works. So in your Gmail, you will receive the notification immediately that, oh, so person assigned a task for you. So that is how it works. The heart function, you can use it to call anybody so far the person is added to that email. And remember, I also want to talk about this important aspect. Now, there is this aspect that says share. This message that you're seeing, as I have assigned myself to review this document, I will not have access to this document unless it is shared with me to edit. So now this is share. Once you click on share, you can now add people, you can add events, you can add spaces, you can add group to this. It's so that I'm the owner of this document. But let's say I want to add somebody. Let me add my second Gmail, Ebun Adebisi. This is me. I'm adding this Ebun Adebisi 8 as an editor. Then I'll also add a message to it. Please, Adebisi, work on this document for me. Then I will click on send. Once I click on send, Adebisi will receive notification from my end that she have been invited to edit a document. So that is how the Google Doc, that is how it works. If you have any questions apart from what I'm doing here, even something that is not related to what I'm doing here, you can drop it in the chat as well. It's not compulsory that you have to ask questions related to Google Doc. If I'm not able to answer it now, I can answer it in the future. So you can ask your question, and I will answer it later. So that is that about the Google Doc. So in after you have already done this, remember we are working on this master project. I've already shared this with someone. Now, how can you make someone the owner of a Google document? How can you make someone the owner of a Google document? There is something you need to do to achieve this, and I'll be showing you how to do it. Because sometimes you may create a document for your client, and you need to share the document with them or give them the rightful owner of the document. Let's say I create a content strategy for my client and I want to share to her that, oh, this is the Google document. So I need to do something for her to have ownership access to this document, and she can as well remove me from the document, from being the owner, because I've transferred the ownership to her. So that is what I want to show you in my next video here. So you click on share. Remember, you have already shared this with Ebun Adebisi. Now you have shared her as editor. If you want to change how you want to share her, you want to share her as the owner, you can click on this link. It's either you change her to viewer, maybe you want her to view only, or you want to change her to commenter, or maybe she wants her to comment, editor, like what I've already added her to. Transfer ownership. I want her to be the rightful owner of this document, or remove access. If I click on remove access, I will remove Adebisi from this document and she will not be able to see it or do anything. And that is why I always suggest Google Doc for every founder I've worked with. Almost 90% of them use Google Doc, while some people use other document sharing, but most of people use Google Doc, and that's why you need to know how to use Google Doc very, very well. So I want to transfer ownership now. I'm just showing you how you are going to see it from your hand. Once you click on transfer ownership, you see, you will be the owner until this person accepts ownership. So once you send invitation, I am going to receive this invitation in my email. this is my second email, ebunadebisi@gmail.com. So I will receive this invitation that I have invited somebody to do this. So send invitation. So once I send the invitation, Adebisi will receive it and she can claim the ownership. The invitation has been sent, and now let's go back to the document and see if Adebisi really gets the invitation. So I want to show you the inbox and what it feels like. So I'm sharing another tab that is showing how to do this. So you can see this is as opened. You can see I will receive this email invitation to own create the master project document. This was the initial invitation to edit that a folder was shared with me. So now if I click on this, I will now accept or reject, but I need to visit the document. So I am still an editor until I accept the ownership of this document. So the next thing is to click on accept. So once I click on accept, you can see. Now let's go back to the original document. So let's seek the original document here now. This is the original document, the previous document we are working on. Now I am no longer the owner of this document, and I'm going to show you how. You can see the owner have changed to ebadebc8.com, and I am now acting as the editor. So that is how it works, the Google workspace. So I've shared this document, I've given it to the owner, she have claimed the owner. That is number one. So let's go to other aspects of Google Documents. Now, this is tab one. This tab we have is tab one, isn't it? And you can call this tab project, create the master project tab. Did you know that there is a feature in Google Doc that we can create additional tab? Now, this is the additional tab we are creating. So this is called tab 2. There is nothing in this tab 2. I want to show you how you can make use of templates or more, or you can even use AI. This is AI. You can tell AI to generate a tab for you. Probably is a new letter or employee onboarding, or you can even tell them anything you want to do with this document. Even if you have a previous document and you want to copy it into this document, you can make use of art. So let me use this at Canva. I have some. Did you see it? Did you see it? Let me use Canva 30-day templates. And I will tell this thing to create it as a newsletter for me. At Let me use this content for social media. And let's see what is going to come up. Yeah. So this Google Doc AI will go to that document I've linked to it and to bring everything together as one here. So it's going to transform it and use that template and replace all the content in that template with this content. Can you see? So we have a complete content here. Can you see it? Can you see it? So there is a part that I will need to add images if I want to, and if I don't want to, I can delete it. This is how it looks like. We have used AI to create this document. So I can replace this header. So you click on replace image, choose from stock images, or upload from your computer, or search the web. This is another way of doing it. And I can still remain this tab 2. I can rename it to be the next chapter, because the character is much, so I can't use all the title in the document. So you can see that this is another document entirely, but everything are together in one master document. So I can still create another tab under this, the next chapter. It is called sub tab. So I can click on this. It says add sub tab, add sub-tab. Then you click on add sub-tab. It's going to bring another tab, but it's going to be under this, the next chapter. And that is how Google Documents, that is how it works. So this next sub-tabs, I can say, okay, this is what I want to do more here. You can click on more and you will see what you want to do. Is this email draft? It can draft an email for you. Or you see that you want to add task, project management, or contact list. Let's say you want to go for project management and you want to add project assignment to it. So you just click on insert. If it is review tracker, you can click on insert and you'll be able to review the work of other people. If it is project assignment, let's say we want to use project assignment, you click on insert and you'll be able to edit all this to the rightful project. So this is how Google Doc work. And this is just the beginning. I can go on and on to talk about Google Doc and what you can use Google Documents for. So another thing you can use Google Documents for is that you can convert it to different documents. Let's say after I'm done with all these projects I'm working on, I want to create, I want to download it. I want to download it. And I can download this in different formats. See, click on file, go to download. Go to download. You will see I can download it as Microsoft Word. I can download it as PDF. I can download it as ODT, plain text, rich text, web page, or e-publication, or even Markdown. That is how I can download it. I can send it as an email. Whatever is in this email, I can send it to people. I can send it to collaborators, like people that I have invited to work with me on this email. There is something called security limitation. This is a new feature, and I will tell you. So this is a new features that is always applied to documents. So if it is being applied to a document, you will definitely see it under the file section. Now there is something called insert. Insert means you can insert table, you can insert buttons or audio buttons, you can insert your signature. You know, you can have an e-signature that you use for yourself for your document. So you can insert e-signature, you can insert table, you can insert image, you can insert, let me show you how to insert table. So if you want to insert table, you are going to know first, before you insert table, is it going to be 3 by 2, 3 by 3, or 3 by 4? So let's say this table is going to be 3 by 4, 3 rows, sorry, um 4 rows, 3 column. So once you click on, it's going to insert. You can see it has inserted the table. Then there are so many other tools that you can learn how to use. We have word count, spelling and grammar, reviews, suggest edits, citations. Then e-signature is for premium user. If you're using Google Premium, that's when you can use citation. Then we have other tools that you can use, like I said. Then different kind of formats like paragraph, alignment, line and spacing, bullets and numbering, headers and footer, page orientation, pageless formats, table, and so on and so forth. Google Documents is easy to use. You can even add extension to it. if you have any. So it is easy to use. And one thing about this particular tool is that it is a tool that you have to use it. The more you use it, the more you use Google Documents, the more you are able to do a lot with it. Let me stop sharing my screen. So, like I said, the more you use Google Documents, the more you understand it. This thing is just like when you are learning mathematics in primary school or in secondary school. The more you learn maths, the more you're good at it, the more you practice, the more you make use of it, the more you are good at it. So that is how this Google Documents works. And this is where I'm going to stop today. Remember, we are talking about Google products that VAs can use. In my next live next week, I'll be talking about another product that we use every day as a virtual assistant. And it is popular, you all know it. So I'll be talking about this too, and I'll be walking you through how to use this too in my next video. For those of you that have subscribed to my channel, thank you. For those of you that have watched this live with me, that stay true, thank you. For those of you that comment and like, thank you all. I appreciate you, and I look forward to more exciting moments with you all. See you in my next video where I'll be talking about another tools that virtual assistants use to need to use, and how they can make use of these tools. See you. Bye bye. I'm gonna end the stream now.